Let's cut through the noise. Love isn't magic, it's science. For centuries we've been told that love is this mysterious force, something that just happens to us, out of the blue. But the truth is, there's a lot more going on beneath the surface. Love is a complex cocktail of chemicals, experiences, and choices, not just a spark or a fairy tale moment. When we understand the science behind it, we can make better decisions and avoid falling for the same old traps. Everyone wants it, but most misunderstand it. We chase after love, hoping it will fix us or make us whole. But often we don't even know what we're really looking for. We see people around us searching for connection, sometimes feeling lost or incomplete, and we wonder if we're missing out on something magical. Movies and songs sell us fairy tales, but real love is a mix of psychology and biology. The stories we grow up with, those sweeping romances and perfect endings, shape our expectations. But in reality, love is messy, unpredictable, and deeply rooted in how our brains and bodies work. The butterflies, the longing, the heartbreak, it's all part of a natural process, not just poetic destiny. If you don't know what's happening in your brain, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Our brains are wired to crave connection, but they can also trick us with illusions and false hopes. Understanding the signals your mind sends can help you spot red flags and avoid getting stuck in unhealthy patterns. Your mind can make you feel invincible, or blind you to obvious problems. Sometimes the rush of new love can make us overlook warning signs or convince ourselves that everything is perfect, even when it's not. It's easy to get swept up in the excitement and ignore the reality of what's really happening. Sometimes you're in love with an idea, not the real person. We project our hopes and dreams onto someone else, imagining they're the answer to all our problems. But real love means seeing someone for who they truly are, flaws and all, and still choosing to connect. This isn't about killing romance, it's about getting smart. When we understand how love works, we can have deeper, more meaningful relationships. It's about being honest with ourselves and with each other, and building something real instead of chasing fantasies. You wouldn't build a house without a blueprint, so don't build a relationship without understanding how love works. Just like any important project, love needs a strong foundation. That means learning about yourself, your needs, and the science behind attraction and attachment. We'll break down the brain chemistry, the illusions, and the baggage you bring to love. From the hormones that drive attraction to the patterns you learned growing up, every piece matters. The more you know, the better equipped you'll be to build a healthy, lasting connection. This is about giving you the tools to stop repeating old mistakes. By understanding your own patterns and triggers, you can break free from cycles that hold you back and start making choices that lead to real happiness. Let's get real, get informed, and build the love you actually want. Because when you know how love really works, you can create relationships that are not just passionate but also healthy, supportive, and truly fulfilling. When you fall in love, your brain transforms into a bustling chemistry lab, mixing up a potent blend of chemicals that completely change the way you think, feel, and even act. It's not just butterflies in your stomach, there's a real measurable shift happening inside your head, and it's as powerful as any drug. The first ingredient in this love potion is dopamine. This is the brain's ultimate feel-good chemical, the same one that lights up when you eat chocolate or win a prize. When you're falling for someone, dopamine floods your system, making every interaction with your partner feel like a thrilling reward. Suddenly you crave their presence, their touch, their attention, almost like an addiction. Next comes norepinephrine, the chemical responsible for that surge of energy and focus. It's what gives you those sweaty palms, that racing heart, and the sense that you could run a marathon just to see your crush. You feel more alert, more alive, and every moment together feels electric. With all this excitement, it's no wonder you can't eat, can't sleep, and can't think about anything else. Your mind is constantly drifting back to that special person, replaying every moment, every conversation, every smile. But there's a twist. While dopamine and norepinephrine are ramping up, serotonin, the chemical that helps keep your mood stable, actually drops. This dip is what makes you obsess over every little detail, analyzing texts, overthinking glances, and wondering what every word really meant. That's why you find yourself replaying messages late at night, dissecting every emoji, and reading between the lines. It's not just you. Your brain is literally wired to fixate when you're in love. And then there's oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone. This chemical is released when you touch, hug, or even just sit close to someone you care about. It's what makes you feel safe, warm, and deeply connected. Oxytocin acts like emotional glue, helping to build trust and intimacy. It's the reason a simple hug can melt away stress and make you feel like you truly belong. When you put all these chemicals together, dopamine's pleasure, norepinephrine's excitement, serotonin's obsession, and oxytocin's bonding, you get a cocktail that's as intoxicating as it is overwhelming. It's a recipe for pleasure, excitement, obsession, and deep connection all at once. This is the ultimate chemical cocktail of falling in love. It's a symphony of signals and sensations, orchestrated by your brain to draw you closer to another person. It might feel like pure magic, but underneath it all, it's pure biology, an ancient, powerful process that's helped humans bond and survive for thousands of years. Understanding this wild mix of chemicals helps explain why love can feel so intense, so all-consuming, and sometimes why it can cloud your judgment or lead you to make impulsive decisions you wouldn't normally consider. So, now that you know what's really happening in your brain, let's see how this ultimate chemical cocktail plays out in real life. Love's chemical high comes with a side effect: rose-colored glasses. Your brain literally shuts down your critical judgment. You overlook red flags and make excuses for bad behavior. This is called positive illusion. Your mind highlights the good and hides the bad. It's a survival mechanism, but in modern life it can get you into trouble. You're not stupid, you're just under the influence of powerful brain chemistry. The danger? You build a relationship on fantasy, not reality. The red flags are there, but you're programmed to ignore them. The first step is recognizing you're wearing those glasses. Ask yourself, am I seeing the real person, or just who I want them to be? That's how you start loving smarter. Let's talk about idealization, putting your partner on a pedestal. You see them as perfect, projecting your hopes and dreams onto them. It feels good, but it's not real love, it's an illusion. You erase flaws, exaggerate strengths, and invent qualities. But reality always shows up. When your partner acts human, the fall from that pedestal hurts. You feel betrayed, but really your illusion just broke. The fix? Practice reality testing. See your partner as a whole person. Good, bad, and everything in between. Love isn't about perfection, it's about accepting imperfection. True intimacy is built on authenticity, not fantasy. Take your partner off the pedestal and meet them on the ground. That's where real love grows. To truly understand what makes relationships thrive, let's explore the triangular theory of love, an idea that breaks love down into three essential elements: passion, intimacy, and commitment. Each one plays a unique role, and together, they form the foundation of a lasting connection. Imagine these three elements as the legs of a sturdy stool. If you remove just one, the whole structure becomes unstable and wobbly. In the same way, a relationship missing any of these parts can feel unsteady or incomplete. Passion is the spark that ignites a relationship, the physical attraction, the butterflies, and the excitement that draws two people together. It's the energy that makes your heart race and your mind wander to thoughts of your partner. Passion can be intense and all-consuming, especially in the early days. But over time, it naturally ebbs and flows. While it may not always burn as brightly, it's still an important part of the relationship's chemistry. Intimacy is the warmth that grows between two people, the emotional closeness, trust, and sense of safety you feel when you're truly known and accepted. It's about sharing your thoughts, dreams, and vulnerabilities. Intimacy is built slowly, through honest conversations, shared experiences, and being there for each other during both the good times and the tough moments. It's the glue that holds you together when life gets complicated. Commitment is the anchor of the relationship, the conscious choice to stay together and support each other, no matter what challenges arise. It's the promise you make, not just in words, but in actions, day after day. Commitment is what keeps you going when passion cools and life gets tough. It's the steady hand that helps you weather storms and celebrate victories together. The healthiest relationships find a balance between all three elements. When passion, intimacy, and commitment are present, love feels vibrant, secure, and deeply fulfilling. Passion brings you together, intimacy bonds you on a deeper level, and commitment keeps you strong through every season of life. Each one is vital, and together they create a love that can stand the test of time. If even one of these elements is missing, the relationship can start to feel off balance or uncertain. It's like trying to sit on a chair with a missing leg. Eventually something gives way. But when all three are present and nurtured, you create a partnership that can weather any storm and celebrate every joy. That's the kind of love that lasts a lifetime. Over time, the balance of passion, intimacy, and commitment may shift, but together, they form the recipe for a deep, enduring love. Let's see how these ingredients mix and evolve as relationships grow. Relationships evolve from passionate love to companionate love. Passionate love is the early fireworks, intense, exciting, and all-consuming. It's fueled by chemistry and newness, but it can't last forever. As passion settles, healthy relationships shift to companionate love. This is built on deep intimacy and strong commitment. It's quieter, more stable, and deeply satisfying. Many mistake the end of passion for the end of love, but it's just the next chapter. Chasing constant passion leads to endless breakups. The real goal? Nurture passion while building a foundation of trust and commitment. The best relationships have both. Moments of passion anchored by steady companionship. That's the love that goes the distance. Now, let's look at what shapes your love story from the start. Your childhood shapes your love life more than you think. The relationships you saw growing up created your blueprint for love. If you felt safe and loved, you likely trust and connect easily as an adult. If you grew up with conflict or neglect, you might expect drama or distance in relationships. These early lessons become emotional baggage you carry into adulthood. That's why people repeat the same patterns, even when they want something different. Recognizing these patterns is the first step to breaking the cycle. You can rewrite your love story, if you know what you're working with. That blueprint? It's called your attachment style. Attachment theory explains how you relate to others in love. There are 4 styles, but let's focus on 2, secure and insecure. Secure attachment comes from consistent, loving care. These people are comfortable with closeness and independence. They communicate well and handle conflict constructively. Insecure attachment comes in 2 main forms, anxious and avoidant. Anxious types crave closeness and fear abandonment, often due to inconsistent care. Avoidant types value independence, avoid intimacy, and pull away when things get close, usually from distant or rejecting caregivers. Your style shapes how you love, fight, and connect. Knowing yours and your partner's is a game changer. It's the user manual for your heart. Let's talk about how to use it. So what now? You have a choice. Drift through love on autopilot, or wake up and take control. Understanding love's psychology isn't unromantic, it's empowering. Start with self-awareness. Know your patterns, your attachment style, and your blind spots. Practice mindful observation in your relationships. Are you building real intimacy or chasing a fantasy? Communicate openly. Don't expect mind reading. Remember, love is a skill, not just a feeling. It takes effort, patience, and growth. Choose a partner willing to do the work with you. The best love stories are written by people who show up, eyes wide open every day. Go write yours.